What happens when you want to take your home from an allowed use to a special use, or maybe you've gotten a card in the mail talking about a special use permit? We've brought in Kurt Franke to talk about another side of the legal side of real estate, right, Kurt?
That's correct.
Now, talk about taking a home. First off, what is allowed use for your dwelling, your home?
Well, allowed uses, they apply both to commercial and residential. So, for instance, in a residential neighborhood, an allowed use would certainly be building a residence.
Oh, okay. So it's what's understood, that use of that property, that lot. Now, special use takes things to the next level. Generally speaking, what is a special use to an existing home?
Well, if you look at the general city plans, they have special uses that are allowed by a permit within perhaps residential or commercial neighborhoods, but they specify what those uses are, and there's some that are just flat out disallowed.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Give us some examples of allowed special uses in a home.
Well, an allowed special use on a residential neighborhood, for instance, would be if you wanted to open up a daycare center with 12.
We do hear of that quite a bit. That's
for sure.
A very normal thing. So.
For sure, and a lot of people will completely convert their homes for just use as a commercial daycare center, and if they do that, then that would require a special use permit from the county, or the city in this case.
All right. Now, when there are non-allowed special use, there are things that are just simply not going to be approved, right?
That's correct. I mean, you probably, in most neighborhoods, you can't do a vehicle repair shop and convert your home into that.
Right.
But if it's things like a public or a private school, maybe you want to do a charter school or something like that, obviously you'll need a ton of other permits and permissions. But as far as just converting the home to that would require a special use permit, and that's why often you'll get those cards in the mail that say there's a public hearing on somebody that wants to convert the use of their house.
How far in advance do you hear about those public hearings?
Oh, generally the application process itself takes so long to get an application completed, but once completed, between 60 and 90 days there'll be a public hearing.
All right, so it gives you a good idea about a special use permit. Maybe you're looking into doing this, and that's a great reason to give you a call, because you can help them step through that process properly.
Absolutely, there is plenty of red tape involved in this one.
All right, so set up an appointment, get a hold of Kurt. How do they do that, Kurt?
You can call me at 827-6100, or look me up on my website at lokaf.com.
It's special use permits, just another side of the legal side of real estate. Thanks, Kurt. Always good information, good research for us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg.
All right. Now we want to bring